Hello, my friends. Happy Thursday. My name is Tammy Savello, and you are live with Cards by TLC. Welcome to my weekly card class to go. And if you are watching Thursday, February 15th at 11 a.m. Pacific time, you are watching live, whether you're joining me for the first time or returning, welcome. And if this is your first time, I'm so happy to have you here, and let us know if in the chat if this is your first time watching. Well, I hope that you all had a wonderful Valentine's Day. We stayed in to avoid the crowd, so I made a really nice dinner for my husband and myself. But I hope you all had a very nice, relaxing day, whether you did a self-care day or just did a self-love day. So happy for you. Well, we have a couple more weeks of the celebration items in the celebration brochure. And I wanted to use up some of the designer paper that I had and some of the embellishments that I have. So we are playing primarily with the stamp set that is on page 10, and it's Heartfelt Hellos, and you do get this free with a $50 purchase in my online store. In fact, all of the products that I am using today, we are using in the $50 range. So feel free to choose whichever gift you would like if you do an online $50 purchase. So I created a few new fun folds and a standard card, but let's go ahead and show you the projects that we are using today, that we are playing with today. We are using the Flight and Airy designer paper, and this is a fun little easy fun fold for you. We are using, I believe, the Softly Stippled or Stippled Softly designer paper with the crinkled ribbon and some of the butterflies. The butterflies are in the mini catalog. Hello, Jan. Welcome in. And our third project, we are doing another kind of a fun fold with some Velcro to keep it closed. So these are the three projects that we are creating today. Like I said, we are using the Hello stamp, as well as the Sunny Days designer paper. We use the Sunny Days on this project right here. And the other designer paper we are playing with today is the Flight and Airy, and then the Softly Stippled designer paper here. And we used the opaque gems on this project here. And then the other gems that we used are from the mini catalog, and it is the rainbow adhesive dots. So let's go ahead and get started on our projects. We are going to use, thank you so much, Jan. I really appreciate you being here. We are doing a simple fun fold for you today, and let's go ahead and go over what's going to be in your kits. Now, with our kits, you get, with a $50 purchase, you get 6 card kits. You get 2 of each of the 3 designs that we are creating today. And since you placed a $50 order, I would highly, highly recommend using the Heartfelt Hello Stamp set. So that would be my recommendation, but let's go ahead and get started. So in your kit, you are going to have a standard card base, not standard card base, a quarter sheet panel in boho blue. You're going to have a strip of boho blue that is our little flat piece. You're going to have an additional piece in your kit of a top folding card base. You're going to have 2 pieces of Moody Mauve, one for the inside panel and then one for the piece of designer paper that goes on top. You're going to have 2 pieces of basic white. One is already embossed in the Softly Sophisticated, and then a basic white piece to stamp your sentiments, and then 2 pieces of our Airy designer paper, and then a circle of Moody Mauve. So let's go ahead, and I think what I'm going to do first and foremost, let's go ahead and stamp our sentiments and get that out of the way. And we are going to use Enjoy Your Day and then in Moody Mauve. And enjoy your day. Just get some, let's straighten that out before I stamp that crooked. Just a nice solid image. And then let's go ahead and go over the steps of how we're going to put this together. So you're going to want to bring in your card base or your quarter panel sheets, and we are going to adhere this flap piece directly onto that quarter panel sheet. So I'm just going to come in with some liquid glue. You can use any adhesive that you want. Since it's not putting a lot of tension on the flat piece, I'm going to go ahead and use some liquid glue. And then you just glue that directly down in the center right there. Lay that down. And then our next step, we're going to take our Moody Mauve panel piece and our designer paper. This paper is so pretty. I have so much of it. But keep an eye out on my blog post, because I'm going to have some more blog posts of ways to use up designer paper, another project that I'm going to create. So if you're not familiar, my blog post is at cardsbytlc.com. That's where you will find my newsletter and all of my social media platform links. So next we're going to go ahead and glue that right on top of our panel or our flap piece. So glue that directly down. And then I'm going to leave just a little bit of a border right there on that flat piece and all the way around. Now our next piece that we're going to be working on is our top folding piece. So let's go ahead and line that up together and get that on the inside panel of our card. Now, if you are a demonstrator or are working with another demonstrator and just want the kits, I do have all of the information in the description box below on how to just get the kits by themselves. And then that's just going to go on the inside piece here. And then we'll just come in with our front panel piece right there. And you can even do this layout, you can do multiple ways. You can add more designer paper, or you can stamp an image and make that your focal point. You can tuck this panel piece differently. You could do it to where this is underneath, just like so, and make that your focal point. Whichever way you want to tuck in your panel or your strip to do that flat piece. I'm going to come in like so, and then let me see something really quick here. Okay. We definitely come over covering up that edge piece like so. I might do some adjustments on making this piece a little bit thinner, but the way the original designer did, I can't remember the demonstrator's name that I got this idea from. Um, it might be easier to just kind of do it like so and line that up. I think that would be actually even prettier. So I think I might adjust the design on the kits to go to where it lines up like so. But this original one, either way, it looks really nice. And I'm going to come in with some seal. And then I'm going to line that up to where that's even Steven with our back panel piece. And then now we are going to finish off with our little birdies. I picked the little trio birdies to put on the front of that. Come in with some glue. And then we are going to just add some adhesive just to the panel piece right here. Because I don't want that, because since the circle overlaps the strip, I don't want that obviously being glued down. So there is that. And then like I said, I'm going to come in with the rainbow dots and finish off with this blue. Come on, little guys. I think I need to add some more gummy to my piece there. Okay, seriously? Real life TV here. Okay, Tammy's gonna do that. And there is our first design. Isn't that cute? Like I said, you can use any designer paper. You can tuck this in like so and make that your focal point. Whichever way you would like it to do, you have those options. So let's come in with card number 2. This one might be my favorite. I may have squealed on this one when I created this one. So in your kit, you are going to have, first and foremost, a sheet of butterflies that you're going to have options whether you want to make them all the same color or blend with the blending brush on any other colors, but you are getting a full sheet in your kit. You are also receiving a card base in Pool Party. You're going to be receiving a basic white piece for the inside panel. You are also going to be receiving a strip of the, what is this? The softly stippled. Softly stippled, yes. This paper is so gorgeous. And you are also going to be receiving a piece of wild wheat. Now, this is a snooze color in my craft room. I typically don't go for this color, but when I saw this paper, I was like, oh my goodness, what an amazing color combo to do with this paper. The wild wheat pulls out a lot of, it makes a great background piece. I typically don't like it for the card bases, but for back panel pieces, it looks great with Moody Mauve. It looks great with the blues. So this is kind of like a good background color. And then you're also going to be receiving the piece from Thoughtful Expressions. And then, of course, you're going to be receiving the crinkled ribbon. This, again, is another celebration item under the $50 category. This ribbon is so soft and so easy to work with. I know, Jan, I'm not a fan of the wild wheat, but I guarantee you these colors make my heart happy. I don't know what it is. So what I did with the butterflies is I went in with my blending brush, and we have two blending brush sizes. So I went in with the blending brush in Pool Party, went over the entire butterfly in blue, and then I just came in with the smaller brush and just kind of lightly like brushed the edges, and which of course with the magic of TV we have already done that. So let's put that off to the side. Let's look at our little butterflies, and each one was different. So let me get the one that we did. See, on the original one I did more blue. This one I did more wild wheat. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Yeah, because I think these ones might be a little bit too big. Yeah. I mean, if you wanted to do that one, it's a larger butterfly and it pops out differently. Maybe we'll do that just to kind of see how that plays. I'll have both on hand just in case, but let's play with our butterflies and see which one we're going to want to play with. But first and foremost, let's go ahead and do our inside panel piece, because that's what we usually do here in our room, in our craft room. Come in here. Okay, our inside piece is done. Easy peasy. So let's go ahead and come in next and put our designer paper lined up. I didn't make it to where it had the color coming out of the sides. I liked how it like just have the top part peeking out, just for something different on a card. Like so. And leaving that 1/4 inch border at the top and the bottom. Now what we're going to do is we're going to come in with our ribbon before we adhere that to our piece. So I'm giving you a large enough ribbon to play with this. And this ribbon just ties so nicely. Let's do this off to the side a little bit. Come in with a knot or a bow. You'll have room to do both. But you know me and bows on TV, on video, we just don't mix. And then I'm going to come in with a glue dot and then hold that down just a little bit. You don't have to, but I like to have it kind of more flat. And if we can get our glue dot, just come in here, lay that down, and then that holds that down. And then come in and trim up our ribbon like so. And then we'll add this piece to our card front. I like how it just evened up from edge to edge like that. Typically, I don't do that, but I really like how that turned out. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of see where I'm going to kind of come in maybe a little bit lower if we end up going with the larger butterflies. So I'm going to come in with wild wheat. And stamp it towards kind of the bottom. And then that way we have room to play with our butterflies. Now, since there's a ribbon here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with some Stampin' Dimensionals and just put it at the top and the bottom. And then that way it kind of evens out that layer, because this is kind of puffy, so it's not super flat. It's that puffier ribbon. So you want to leave that room there so it kind of evens out the popped up version. Then we're going to come in here and see how that just evenly does that. So let's come in with a different size butterfly just to give it something different. Ooh, I am really liking that one, but let's see what the other, we're not going to do the smaller ones. Let's see what the other, any one of these. That one's almost too, although it kind of looks good off like that. I don't know. What do you guys think? Right or left? For those in the live chat, which butterfly? The largest one or the second largest one? Left or right? I'm kind of digging that largest one. Either one's going to be pretty. That one barely fits, but if I angle it like so, right, okay. And Jan likes second largest. Okay. I'm going to go with, since I'm kind of counting myself as a vote, we're going to come in here with the largest. I'm just going to add just a little bit of glue around these larger pieces and then come in at an angle like so, and then we'll come in with those rainbow dots again. One right there. One right there. And one right there. And there we have it. 2 different size butterflies. It kind of gets lost in the paper, but you definitely see it. So that is card number 2. So let's go ahead and get this stuff out of the way and get the butterflies out of the way. And we are going to come in with our card number 3. And this is closed with a piece of Velcro, but this is a nice, different fun fold. So let me go ahead and go over the pieces that are in that kit. And this kit is primarily Poppy Parade. I see Patty in my live, so these are Patty colors, we'd like to say. So here is our Poppy Parade card base. We're going to have a basic white piece for the inside, and then of course we have to have that decorative strip. And then the paper that we are playing with is Sunny Days, and these are so pretty. These patterns are fun to play with. Oops, let me go over that. There's different patterns. You have some strawberries in there, some cherries, some clouds, some 4-leaf clover for St. Patrick's Day. And then we are playing with the deckled circle dies. You're going to have, I believe it is the 3rd largest deckled circles for the designer paper, and then the third largest, we're going to do the third largest from the deckled circles, and then the fourth largest deckled circle from in the sunny days. And then I have pre-scored that flat piece that's going to go under the basic white, but we're going to show you I'm going to show you how to trim up the full circle piece that you're going to do. So first and foremost, you're going to kind of line this up evenly, and you can see the scored line there. I'm going to come in with a pen. Typically I don't do in pen, or you could do pen or pencil, but because this paper is dark in certain areas, I'm just going to do a notch right here, just on the end of that piece. I don't know if you could see that piece right there. And then I'm going to come in and mark my paper right there. And then that's the part where we're going to cut off. Typically, you could fold that over, but I don't want this bulked up so much if you just leave the designer paper on there. So we're going to line up the trimmer in those score marks, or those notches that I made for us, that we're going to cut right off. Line those up just like so, and we're going to cut that off. And you can even use this piece for another project, so hang on to that extra piece for another project that you want to create with. And then I'm just going to come in here and see how that leaves a nice border all the way around, like so. And then that way you're not folding over that bulky piece. So what we're going to do first and foremost is I'm going to bring in my basic white piece here, and then we're going to line that up like so evenly. And we need our card base as well. We're going to add some adhesive all over. So I'm going to add some adhesive right here, right here. And then you're going to come in here, hold that down, and line that up just like so. And there is that nice little flat piece. And then we're also going to come in with our piece of designer paper and add it to the bottom like we typically do. Like so. And then you can add any sentiment on the inside, but we're just going to keep it simple and do the Happy Mother's Day on the outside. We're going to come in and add our designer paper now to our panel pieces. Lay that flat, come in here. And I would highly recommend using liquid adhesive. So you can wiggle that around to make that a nice even border. And then we're going to come in with some Tom on this one and cover up the cherries since they don't really match, but this layout is a great layout for you to use up that designer paper. And then you also are going to get a piece of Velcro. Let me show you the Velcro I like to get. I get these at the Dollar Tree, and these are the brand that I get. And what I like about them is they're not super thick. So the thickness is perfect. It's a nice thin Velcro that doesn't add a lot of extra bulk to your projects. So what we're going to do is I've cut this in half just to, you do get 20, which is great. But I'm going to come in here and pull that off of the backing. lay that like so right there in the center, and then come in here and close that up. And we're gonna push that down, and then there's a nice little Velcro closing so your project stays closed. Next, we're gonna come in and stamp our Happy Mother's Day in Poppy Parade. And I put Poppy Parade back. Hold on just one second. I didn't get out my Poppy Parade. And then we're gonna do Happy Mother's Day right there, like so. And then we're gonna come in with our opaque gems that are also in the Celebration catalog. So you have many options to choose whichever gift you would like from the Celebration catalog. These all are under the $50 category. So I would highly recommend starting out with a stamp set, because you can certainly use any designer paper that you'd like. Or if you purchase more than $50, every $50 increments, you get different designer or different free projects. Okay. There we go. And we're gonna add some adhesive right there on the back. Right there on the center. You can add some twine behind it, whichever you would like. So let's go ahead and bring back our projects that we created. These are the 3 projects, and you know I always like to ask which one you like the best. You know my heart is with butterflies and blues, so my personal favorite is the butterflies. But I would love to know, especially if you're watching in the replay, put in the comment section hashtag replay and which project you like the best. I hope that you enjoyed today's projects. I would love for you to make sure you hit that like button on my video. That helps my channel grow. And if you know of anyone who would love to watch my weekly lives, please share my channel with them. And lastly, if you have not yet subscribed, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button and notification bell to all so you don't miss any of my future videos. Jeanne loves the Mother's Day design. I'm sure Patty likes the Mother's Day design because these are Patty colors. But thank you again for joining me. I hope you all have a wonderful day. A wonderful holiday weekend is coming up. I hope you all stay safe, and I will see you all next week. Bye, everyone.